Aries 7. Man expressing himself in two realms at once. This is all about seeing the other point of view. Life is made up of dualities, polarities. There's night and day, and there's passion and caution, and then there's expediency and principle, and then there's me and you, or you might be the community. So situations that present themselves to us have to be resolved typically between this and that, a choice between two things. And the ability that we have to make the right decision and to carve the smoothest path through life depends upon our facility of being able to accommodate both possibilities in our decision-making process. Should I do the right thing? Should I do what I want to do? Should I be active in this situation, or should I just wait and see, respond when the time comes? Just looking at both sides of a situation in order to make your call, in order to make your decision about how you're going to respond or act. In order for us to be able to do this, it requires us to develop reflexive self-consciousness. In other words, the ability to notice ourselves as if through somebody else's eyes. If we don't do that, then we just cannot see through their eyes. We can't see how it is for them. We can't take up the other position. We can't see two sides because we're locked in our own point of view. And most assuredly, most people are. It is an extraordinary person that tries to balance the two sides, me and you. They exist, of course they do, but they are extraordinary. They're outstanding. They tend to be leaders. They tend to gravitate towards the most influential point in a situation, simply because they can see more. And they've learned to see more by seeing from the other point of view. And this capacity that we have of being able to see more is consciousness. This is what we want. This is the juice of our work on the spiritual planes. We're doing this work to make ourselves more spiritually conscious, not only because it's the right thing to do, but also because it awakens in us a greater awareness of opportunity and reading a situation, understanding, knowledge, experiences is richer and enhanced and so on. There's juice in it for us to develop spiritually. And the key point in developing spirituality is to see both points of view simultaneously. If we do that, then we rise to a higher level, and the two things are seen from the position of a supervision level, where have greater vision. And if we're supervising ourselves in life, then we don't have to be supervised by anything else or anyone else. We can move away from imposed authority. We're discussing how we make up who we are. There is no version of us that exists as the right version and we have to discover, and we're stumbling along looking for clues to find out who we are. That's not how it is. We make it up. Who we are is an artwork, a creative process. We create who we are. And we create that by choosing in every situation whether to follow preference or expediency or conscience. Sometimes we choose what we want because we want it. We have desire and we act out of our desire nature. Sometimes we can't be bothered and we just do whatever is the easiest thing to do, expediency. Sometimes we live according to conscience and we carry through on our principles and we do the right thing. And this isn't a mystery really, but it's good to analyze it and to notice how often we can't be bothered and we do the easiest thing. How often we stand according to principle and sometimes engender a certain amount of friction by doing so. How often do we do that? How often do we follow our desire nature? What kind of people are we? Where's our balance between those three attitudes of life? Because we, all of us, at times would be expressing all of those three things. We all live by principle to some extent. We all live according to expediency and do the easy thing to some extent. And we all follow our desire nature to some extent. And this is the whole thing about Aries 7, is that this man is expressing himself in two realms at once, or many realms at once, really. Having the choice to do that by expanding the perception of choice available. Without knowing what choices are available, we cannot choose. And to expand our understanding of what choices we have, we do need to see it from the other point of view. We could do this, but we could do that. If we do this, then that, maybe. If we do this, then that, probably. If we look at things, then that expands our wisdom of which is the right decision. And if we do live having that greater perception of choice, then our life becomes much richer. And we develop in consciousness our awareness of life itself, the purpose of life, the meaning of life, what we are and our relationship to life. All of this becomes much clearer, much more beautiful too.